Hello everybody, welcome back once again. We're playing Final Fantasy 13 2. Just about to start this little scene here. Bad news for him. Alright, let's see how it goes this time. Alright, so yeah, this time he uses his little barrier thing, which makes, doing damage to him more difficult. But we will take him down pretty quick. Yeah, he takes, like, nothing until he gets... until the chain gauge fills. Seems like he does a little bit less damage though, maybe. Alright. There's a 5-star. Yeah, so it looks like I didn't get the power wristband this time around, but I did get the iron bangle is an always drop for that, which is kind of weird because it's not actually shown to be droppable here. I'm not really sure why that happens. I guess it's just something that they added for you. Alright, so here's the primer on chocobos. It says chocobos are large birds used as riding mounts. Feed Gishal greens to a chocobo and it'll let you hop on the saddle and ride around. You'll not encounter any monsters while mounted, so chocobos are your best option when you wish to travel somewhere quickly and safely. Press the left bumper when you wish to dismount. There are some locations where these speedy avian companions are not initially available, but keep exploring and you might find that they eventually appear. No time traveler should miss the chance to see the world from the back of a chocobo.
Are you sure you're ready? You know, once we go through, there might be no coming back.
Yes, I'm ready to go. It's not a dream or a lie. I know my sister is alive out there. I'm sorry I doubted you. Of all people, I should know how bad it can make you feel when no one believes what you say. Snow put all his trust in me. Now it's my turn to do the same for you. I've made up my mind. You and I. We go together.
I won't let you down. We'll find Valhalla, I promise. So, you're not gonna say goodbye?
There's no need. We already have, sort of. Lightning's knife. It's been sharpened and cleaned.
You did that.
Hey, shut up.
Look, my pendant has a brand new chain.
Oh, okay.
And Snow was purring like a kitten. Someone gave him a good brushing.
Quiet.
Hey.
Why don't you guys go fess up?
What?
Go on. You too.
Hey, Sarah. I figured no way you're leaving the pendant behind. So I made a chain, you know, so you wouldn't lose it.
If Lightning is alive out there, wouldn't want her getting mad over a poorly maintained weapon. You know her.
If you leave, someone's got to pick up the slack looking after Snow. So I volunteered myself.
Thanks, guys. It's time for me to go. I don't know what's waiting out there in the future between worlds, but I want to see Lightning so much. If there's any chance at all, I want to take it.
You can go, but you have to come back in one piece. Promise?
I promise. If I believe, maybe a miracle will happen.
The future won't change until you make the first step.
You know what you're doing, right?
Well, I can't say that I do. This is the first time I've opened a gate myself. Guess we'll just have to find out.
Hey, what about Sarah?
I'll protect her. I promise you. I vow never to let her come to harm.
Godot.
But trust me, for Sarah's sake.
I guess this is it.
Guess so. Looks like the future starts now.
I'll be back.
Sarah, you set out on your journey for my sake. You believed in a promise. You believed in a future you could not see. I will keep fighting here, at the end of the world. I know you will come. I believe in you.
Sarah. This place is incredible.
It's the Historia Crux. The crossroads of the time continuum.
So this is how you were able to travel backwards from the future?
Right. Just floated through this nowhere space. And now it's your turn.
Okay, the Historia Crux is your compass for navigating the rivers of time. Use the left stick or directions to select the year and location to which you wish to travel and confirm your selection using the A button. Each time a new gate is opened, more areas will become unlocked, expanding your freedom to journey along the timeline. You can return to the Historia Crux by pressing the Start to open the Pause menu. This option is not available at certain points in the game. By selecting Return to Historia Crux, game progress and data such as character advancement will be saved automatically. Time will cease to flow for that location, and you can safely travel to another area without losing any story progress. Use the Historia Crux as your way station to explore the myriad possibilities available through time travel. Once this primer has appeared, loading saved data will allow you to continue your game from the Historia Crux. Select a location and off you go. Okay, yeah, looks like that's the only place that's available right now. So, I'm actually gonna go to the Crystarium here really quickly. Yeah, we've got just a little bit of CP to spend. Actually, let me save here though first. I always, that can't be right. No, that's not save. This, oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, so you'll just save right here. Alright, go back to that main menu. Crystarium. Always a good idea to save before you do any sort of leveling. Just to make sure that you're not, you know, screwing things. Why is it say? Oh, never mind. Alright, so we're going to do Flame Strike here, which is also a large node for the Ravager, so we'll get that Ravager bonus. Going to go to Sentinel next. Ravager here for Spark Strike. Looks like 2 Sentinels, then another Ravager. Sentinel here, Ravager here. And then Sentinel for Elemental or Element Guard, and then that's all the CP that I've got for Sarah right now. So let's go to Noel. Looks like we've got a small node, large node for Commando, small, another large, small, large. There's Blind Side. Excuse me. Death Ward. Large for Commando. And that looks like that's it. So yeah, we're just one, it looks like one node off of our first level, I guess, of the Crystarium. Which is a bit of a shame. Actually, let me go back here. I kind of want to have one level completely done before I move on, so I'm just gonna do like, that probably is only gonna take one fight to do that. All right, let's head back.
Hey guys, you're back. Not that you've been away that long. A few hours ago, right? That's when we saw you off, but look at you now. You've changed somehow. Like you've gone through a lot in a short time. So Noel was telling the truth about time travel and all that jazz. Don't tell the townsfolk about it, though. Who knows how they'll react. You gotta be tired. Go home, get some rest.
That scene actually makes a lot more sense if you've, you know, gone to like the Brescia ruins first and then come back, but obviously we didn't, so we've literally only been gone, you know, seconds in terms of his perspective and our own. Alright, that was 28 CP, so that's not going to be enough to get what I want, so we'll have to do
we should just close this area off.
Battle or two down here.
We need more recruits. You know, the security bots can do our job.
We can count on you.
More.
Come on and get it, you
Let's do one more battle, and then that should be good. Okay, that should do it. Let's go back in here. We'll do Ravager. And there's the expansion. So here's the first level bonus for a Crystarium expansion, and we're gonna do the increased ATB gauge. And next up is Noel. We'll do his commando there. And we'll just do the same thing here, increase the ATB gauge. That's just going to make him a little bit more effective in combat. And then we can just go to return to the Historia Crux. And we'll go to Brescia Ruins.
Easy path. Humanity has chosen to build a society based on human technology, rather than relying on the fal'Cie. A provisional government has replaced the Sanctum, and a scientific organization, calling itself the Academy, searches ruins for ancient technological secrets. One such site is on the shores of Lake Brescia, where a giant war weapon has been unearthed.
When reaching for the future, we sometimes fall into the past. As we gaze upon events that cannot be changed, our hearts grow bitter with regret. And you, my dear Sarah, will you encounter your past here? How will you choose to deal with that pain?
This is Cocoon.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, check it out. You can see the ground above us.
Oh, wow. So this is how Cocoon looks from the inside.
That's right, I forgot. This is your first time here.
Yep.
What is that?
Get up!
An orb?
Yeah, and not looking to shake hands, I'm guessing.
Sarah was in her action pose there. Alright, let's do this. There actually is a really good reward for this fight. I don't think I'm going to redo the fight a bunch, though, to try to get that. I just don't think it's really worth it. The monster employs wounding, or this monster employs wounding attacks. A wounding attack reduces maximum HP. Wounds cannot be healed by normal potions. When wounded, a long battle is your enemy. Win the battle swiftly to regain your maximum HP. Kind of nice that cinematic action there, as long as you do it correctly, gives you a buff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice of him to stagger.
Hostile located. Engage at will. Paradox effect confirmed. Targeting Atlas.
Alright, and that's the perfect cinematic action. So I guess technically you could like save before the fight in the Historia Crux, and then when you go in, obviously you could try the battle, and then if you get, I think it's a Magician's Mark. Yeah, I didn't get it there, but I think it's the Magician's Mark, and that's like, what is it, magic plus 10%, which is pretty good, but the fight. I mean, honestly, that was a lot faster than I remembered, so it probably wouldn't be that bad, but I just obviously didn't want to try to farm that this time. But anyways, let's move on here.
That was exciting.
Guess it's over. Huh? It's the army!
Friends of yours?
Attention intruders. Surrender immediately.
Heading to the headquarters. Move! These are the infiltrators? They look like civs who took a wrong turn. They were right there when the giants started moving. Probably have something to do with this paradox effect. Huh. Think they might have caused it? We'll soon find out, and dig up any intel they've got on Atlas while we're at it. Hey, you're being detained as potential suspects in the unsanctioned activation of Atlas. Come with me, and no funny business.
We're being treated like criminals. But it's just a misunderstanding. Stick to the truth and we'll be okay. And smile. Smiling usually helps.
Smiling usually helps. Alright, so we've got more live triggers to do for this, I want to say level, but that wouldn't be accurate, right? For this time period, how about that? So the first one is to talk to Null in the cell, so we'll just talk to him right here. There are no funny options, so let's see here. What do you make of this paradox effect?
What is this paradox effect?
Remember the weirdness near your village when the meteorite fell? Probably the same kind of thing.
All right, next option is, or the next conversation is with the guard here.
We're going straight to Academy HQ. They'll drag the truth out of you.
All right, the funny option here is I'm hungry.
When do we eat?
Think this is some kind of joke, hotshot?
All right, and then we need to talk to the guard one more time.
You two came up on the grand elevator?
The grand what? Sarah, what's he talking about?
He could be talking about the elevator that's supposed to connect Cocoon and Pulse, but it's still being built. It's going to be finished next year.
You're confused, man. It was done last year.
Last year?
All right, and then the funny option here is, am I remembering things wrong?
Could my memory be messed up?
Sarah, let me explain. The elevator that was under construction in your time is up and running, which means this must be the world of the future. Got it?
Huh?
Is that you?
Hey, watch yourself.
Thanks. Oh, Sarah! It is you!
Know them?
Uh-huh. Alyssa Zidell. I'm an Academy intern. I heard you apprehended our 2 observers, so here I am.
Observers?
Yes, they're invited guests of the Academy. I was showing them around and forgot to give them their communicators.
Just back up a second. These guys, these observers, are VIPs? I hope we can forget about this little mix-up.
Strange world, stranger events, unfamiliar faces, an uncertain future. They speak of anomalies, of a strange energy that warps time itself. Things that shouldn't exist here are appearing near the gates. Things that shouldn't happen are happening. They call this phenomenon the paradox effect. And if you think about it, that term could apply to our existence in this age as well. Lightning, how will I find you when I don't even know when or where I'll end up next? Rain.
Oh. I'll supply you both with comm devices. Right this way, please.
Thank you for your help. I was just wondering, have we met before?
Oh, no. Sorry about all that observer nonsense back there. Lucky for us, that soldier was so quick to believe me.
Okay, here is our next conversation. There are no funny options for this. What's your story?
So what's your story?
I'm Alyssa Zidell, an Academy trainee. And this is where I'm going to make my big discovery.
That's not what I meant. What do you want with us?
I'm not sure I want to tell you yet. You'll just have to trust me. Right this way, please.
All right, we are free to move around. Let me just check the map here. Yeah, I'll start grabbing some chests right away. I think we don't have the map yet.
Are you sure about this? Atlas is too dangerous.
This city is several centuries old. Yet based on our studies so far, Atlas is quite obviously from an entirely different time.
So Atlas wasn't born from the ruins?
Exactly. It's as if it sprung up here from a completely different dimension.
All right. Leaving gate seal. I'm gonna check something really quick. Oh yeah, we can close this now. You now have access to the close gate option. Items known as gate seals allow you to close selected space-time locations within the Historia Crux and reset a part of their history. Press the right bumper to select close gate and watch as events are rewound to a point before any artifacts were obtained. Use this option to solve past mysteries once more, or to undo any mistakes that have been made. Note that using this option will not cause you to lose any fragments or key items. Press the right bumper again to select open gate and restore history for a location you have reset. Make clever use of this option to relive events and explore every potential outcome. Which is actually what I'm going to do here. I am going to close this gate and redo the events of New Bodom because I messed up the initial time. So I'm going to do that actually, and then I'll actually pick this this video back up after that's done. Okay, so I've got, or I'm done playing around with opening and closing the gate there in New Bodom. I did want to point out, though, here, too, because it's going to look a little odd. I actually downloaded a mod that that changes Sarah's swimsuit, or beachwear outfit. So it looks a little bit more red. I don't know, I think it looks cooler. So anyways, let's get moving here. And we'll do some more of these, the live triggers, and just see if there's anything here that I need to try to find. Oh yeah, lots of treasures that we need to try to find. We'll just talk to everybody too.
Glowing objects deep within the ruins. It's packed with monsters back there now.
Let's head up here. Gil, alright.
Monsters appear suddenly.
No, I don't want to talk to the guard. I'll talk to this other person.
It's my turn to cook today. Hope you're not a picky eater.
Oh no, I'll eat anything. Thank you.
Good to hear. You know you need to be able to handle anything in this day and age.
Okay. All right. Yeah, fair enough. I think, you know, generally a good idea to speak with anybody that has a speech bubble over their head. Oftentimes these NPCs will have quests for you.
A little pet. Well behaved too. Is he a monster of some sort?
Not exactly. He's more like a good luck charm.
Is that right? You're such a cute little boy. The people at the academy are so picky.
To be honest, Atlas scares me. It's not a fal'Cie or a monster, or like anything made by humans.
Okay. Although I could have swore the at some point the game actually does explain that at least if I'm remembering correctly, that Atlas is made by humans. Alright, I'm not seeing anybody. I thought there was a NPC that had another quest for us. Maybe they don't appear until later. There's always kind of some goofiness with NPCs, and you know, again, sometimes you need to like complete
There are trainees who refuse to eat vegetables.
all of the storyline related stuff before they'll appear. It definitely seems like that's happening.
Atlas has the ability to appear and disappear randomly. Its main physical component actually exists elsewhere.
So if we want to defeat Atlas, we need to destroy that component.
We can also try and figure out its spatial manipulation mechanism. I wonder if the paradox has anything to do with it. $350 gil.
Okay.
You show interest in the ruins. Are you a student?
Well, I was supposed to go to the capital's university.
And because of what happened to Cocoon, you gave up your studies? I'm sorry that happened.
It's alright. Things turned out well.
Like, Noel just chills over here on this bench? That's awesome. Alright, where did that, there's another treasure sphere around here somewhere. There it is. Black belt. Alright. Here's Chocolina.
Chocobocolina! Welcome, get your traveling products here at Chocolina's Emporium. The beauty's all mine, but the products can be yours, but only if you show me the money. This might be a once-in-a-lifetime Choco-amazing opportunity, so don't miss out.
Hi there. I'm a little overwhelmed and slightly confused, to be honest. So you run a shop?
Alright, here's Chocobocolina's shop. which is just absolutely absurd. She's a mysterious traveling merchant who appears all along the timeline. She offers a variety of items to aid travelers with the right components and a crafter's fee. Chocolina can even create special weapons and equipment. When browsing the shop menu for items, be sure to have the required components as well as a sufficient amount of gil. Equipping accessories will enhance a character's attributes. Press Y to access the main menu and select equipment to equip or change accessories. It is possible to equip more than one accessory, but be careful of each item's equipment cost. If the combined cost exceeds a character's accessory capacity, you will have to rethink your accessory choices. As you develop a character, their accessory capacity will increase, allowing you to wear a more expensive combination of items. Alright, let's see what she's got here. So these are like the, in-battle items. We've got the Meteor Blaze and the Howling Soul. I guess I do have enough money to buy these. These are honestly pretty bad, though. Accessories, you got the Iron Bangle, Black Belt, Rune Bracelet, which is resist magic 15%. Star Pendant, resist poison 66%. Pearl Necklace has the resist imperil. Warding Talisman is resist curse. Most of this stuff is pretty worthless. She actually does have monster materials for sale. Usually I don't buy those, but there are some points in the game where I may. And then she actually does have Gishal Greens for sale as well. It's a pretty good spot to buy those.
Have a fantabulous day.
I noticed though the game does have some DLC weapons, and those are gone from her inventory, so that's kind of unfortunate. But let's get this Meteor Blaze equipped, and we will do Noel's Howling Soul. Yeah, that's sharp. Sharp as in good looking. I mean, it doesn't look any more sharp than the initial weapon. Okay. Being absurd. Alright, let's talk to Alyssa next.
You'll need an ID to travel any further into the ruins. Here, take this communicator, and keep it with you at all times.
So I'm curious.
Yeah?
Just why are you helping us anyway?
I saw you two. I saw how you got here, through that thing.
What, you mean through the gate?
Yes, it is a kind of gate. It links to another world, doesn't it? Nice to finally have some clue what these things are for.
So basically, helping us out was almost like part of your research. But you still have questions.
I do have questions, yes. About the gate, and about the paradox.
Yeah. But with Atlas throwing his weight around, the ruins will be closed off, and there goes the chance to get your answers.
No, Kopopo.
No problem. We'll take care of that giant for you.
You will? Great!
Okay, you can choose which character you wish to control during battle and exploration. While exploring, press Y to open the main menu and select Change Leader to change characters. During the battle, you can also select the Change Leader option in the battle menu. If the current battle leader is KO'd, the remaining character will automatically become the new battle leader. Once the battle ends, control will return to the character originally set as leader. So that's one difference actually between Final Fantasy, the first Final Fantasy 13 and this one, is you could not be KO'd at all in the original game, right? That would be an automatic game over. So that is kind of neat that you can, have one character get knocked out and then again the game would just switch control to the other. But if both characters get knocked out, that is a game over. All right, so here's the primer on gates. 3 types of gates exist in the world. The ones that shine like the sun have been blessed by the goddess and require special artifacts. The crystal gates require wild artifacts that can be obtained in many locations and times. However, the artifacts are consumed with each use. The Scorched Gates are the ones most recently used by Sarah and Noel to travel to that location. Approach them and press A to return to the Historia Crux. Okay. Let's...
5 years ago, the Sanctum ordered the Purge and drove people out of their homes. A lot of them escaped and fled. They hid in these ruins, hoping to survive.
Your ID checks out. Be careful in there.
Will do, buddy.
Why did you offer to stop the giant?
Because we can't let Atlas shut this place down. We need to search the ruins. There might be other gates we can use.
Like the gate to Valhalla?
Exactly. And how can I take you to Lightning without those handy-dandy portals?
Right. We'll do it your way.
Handy-dandy portals. There actually is a treasure down here that we can't get quite yet, but we will be able to shortly. Yeah, Mog just doesn't have the ability to reveal those yet. But that will be coming up real quick. Okay. Alright, here is the, or this will be, after this battle, this will be the, I should say, basically this unlocks monsters, more or less. It gives you the Paradigm Pack tutorial. I think actually, technically, we actually already can do that, but I just didn't want to do that without seeing the tutorial. Alright, there's the Ketchi and the Zorg Scan Droid crystals. Paradigm Pack unlocked.
What? The monster turned into crystal.
Servant of time, daughter of chaos, unto the world unseen, the untamed you guide.
What do you know? It talks.
Wait, what do you mean? Guide the untamed?
The power over monsters, Kupo.
Over monsters?
Now that you mention it, Lightning had monsters fighting with her in battle.
You can do the same, Kupo.
Okay. This power, can you show me how it works? I want to learn how to protect myself. Might as well start now.
Kupo?
Alright, here it is, the primer on monster crystals. You have obtained a monster crystal, which technically I actually had done that before. I think I actually got those off screen though. But it says new functions have been added to Party Paradigms and the Crystarium, and you can now access monsters in the main menu. Select Paradigm Pack within Party Paradigms and choose monsters to add into your paradigms. Monsters can be developed in the Crystarium. Press Y and select monsters to customize your monstrous allies. If you are not sure how to use these options, detailed information can be found in the battle primers. I guess we can take a look at the Paradigm Pack mechanic. Now it's time to get your monster allies ready for battle. To begin, select Party Paradigms using A. Next, select Paradigm Pack. You can choose up to 3 monsters to add into your paradigms. There are 3 slots available at the bottom of the screen. For this tutorial, however, let's start with a single monster in the leftmost slot. Use the direction buttons to select the left slot and press A. Browse through your available monsters using the directional buttons. Monster attributes and traits are displayed in the upper right corner. Select the creature you wish to use and press A. And yeah, I actually do have the Miwunkton and the Gorgonopsid. Normally you wouldn't have those crystals unless you closed the or went back to the Historia Crux and then cruised back to New Bodham. But anyways, yeah, select the creature you want to use and press the A button. Let's see, okay, so these are both commandos. I'm actually going to use the Zorg Scan Droid. Your monster now appears in the leftmost slot. This creature is now considered to be a member of your team, and your existing paradigms are automatically updated according to its role. Press the B button and check out what new paradigms have become available. Alright, battle team changed. With the addition of new paradigms, your strategic choices have also been expanded. Paradigms that include monsters can be customized and tuned in the normal manner. Press B when you have finished setting your paradigm pack. So yeah, that puts the this Zwerg Scandroid into the existing paradigms that we had, which changed the slash and burn to the relentless assault. Right, slash and burn is only a 2-character paradigm, whereas relentless assault is the the 3-character paradigm. And same with the rest of them. It just changes the names because you've added one more monster. But anyways, let's get out of here. Now we move on to the Feral Link tutorial. Excuse me. Alright, Feral Link. Let's take that tutorial. Every monster ally can unleash a special attack, otherwise known as a Feral Link ability. In order to unleash this ability, add a monster to your party and watch the Feral Link gauge fill as the battle progresses. It's kind of like a limit break, sort of. Build chain attacks with your monster ally or use items on them to increase the recharge rate of the Feral Link gauge.
Here.
Oops. I don't know what that was there. It said something about probably being, or your feral gauge being, maxed out. The effect of the special attack, yeah, because basically it's performing a special attack. So it says the effect of the special attack will depend on the synchronization rate shown in the top right corner of the screen. Mastering Feral Link abilities will prove advantageous in battle. Try out different monsters and their special attack and form an unbeatable battle strategy.
Wish they were all that easy.
Some potent bolts. Okay, let's do this. Let's check out the paradigm pack here. This Gorgonopsid seems okay. The problem, though, with using that is you would probably want to have Null as a Ravager instead, and that's probably not super great. He does have a really impressive attack stat, though, right now. Anyways, all right. So they add a. It looks like they added an aggression paradigm. Let's go back to. Whoops, I don't want to do that. Let's do Ravager for him. Yeah, and then this is okay. Patient probing, I'm gonna actually change to consolidation to have a a healer with those guys, but I probably won't use most of like the Ketchi. I probably won't really use him a whole lot. Anyways, all right, let's keep going here. Pretty exciting though to finally get those monsters unlocked. It's one of the coolest parts of the game.
What just happened?
Looks like we're getting overlap from another reality. Atlas has disappeared into another world or another time, I guess.
Okay. I was thinking that was a live trigger, or like a conversation option, but no dice. Now let's go take a look at that area. That's unlocked. The little area to the east here isn't actually accessible during this time period. We'll end up coming back here, or I should say, that'll be unlocked in like a different time or a different version of the Brescia runes. I don't remember which one it is. There's like 3 versions of Brescia runes. guess I could see if my scan droid, or if I could boost up my scan droid a little bit, but I don't really plan on using that monster a whole lot, so I don't really know if that's even worth it. It's a really bad battle rating.
Another gate, huh? Figures.
We need an artifact to open it, right?
Right. Key is something that doesn't belong in this tomb.
Lots of unfamiliar monsters emerge in this area. The more information we can gather, the better our chances of saving our men.
Alright, let's interact with this gate.
The portal without the key. First, we have to figure out what opens this gate.
Alright, so this is a option that you can, or I should say you can do a funny option here, and that's to answer with Alyssa.
What about Alyssa?
Sarah, you should take this more seriously.
She's keeping tabs on us.
Okay. Alright, so Mog is on to something over here. Let's talk to this guy.
We had some supply stations around here. Then they sort of disappeared. Probably another Paradox side effect.
Leave it to me. Kubo?
Alright, occasionally you will come across treasure spheres or other objects that are out of phase with the current timeline. Should you notice any objects hidden by a strange shimmering aura, press the right bumper and ask the Moogle to work his magic. The paradox effect in the immediate vicinity will be dispelled, and you'll be able to then, you will then be able to, that's very weirdly worded, to access the now tangible object.
Go, Mog.
Alright, there's the first wild artifact. I don't think I'm gonna... These guys are all freaked out. What's going on?
What kind of trick are you pulling?
The best kind of trick.
Scholars believe the paradox is a natural phenomenon, but I think it was created by man. That glowing thing has to be a weapon invented by someone.
Alright, that's one theory.
Exploring, are we? I want to be careful in here. Someone's found a seed in one of the tunnels, deeper in the ruins. We haven't seen a seed on Cocoon for several years now. There's definitely something spooky going on here. I hope someone takes care of it soon.
Alright, so this is one of the quests here, which is the Ghast Fragment. The Brush of Runes 5 AF. According to the guard Chester, a ferocious Seath has appeared, causing panic among the Academy staff investigating the ruins. Defeat the monster who resides in the depths of the ruins.
You can handle one of those monsters? Maybe you should just leave it to the soldiers. A creature like that shouldn't even be here. If the paradox effect thrown in, there's no telling what it's capable of. Watch your step and be ready for anything.
Alright, Chester. Thanks for the heads up. Let me just see. Looks like we're good here. There should be... Oh, here's the other guy.
Sorry, I can't deal with you right now. I'm in the middle of a crisis here. One of my men lost an experimental drug that our unit was testing. It's a reaction-enhancing substance. Kind of thing that civilians shouldn't be playing around with. If the substance was stolen, there's no telling where it will end up. We have to retrieve it immediately.
Okay, so this guy wants us to find his LSD. Cute. Alright, so this is the Unio Mystica. The Brush of Runes 5 AF. The captain has an emergency situation on his hands. An experimental drug was lost and he needs to find it ASAP. Retrieve the 2 capsules containing the experimental drug and put the captain's mind at
Help us
ease.
search for the capsules? We could certainly use an extra hand or two. We're missing 2 capsules. They look just like ordinary medicine. If you find them, bring them directly to me.
Yeah, we'll get your drugs back. Alright, let's head up this way.
No. Did it.
crystallized that monster. Gremlin. Alright, let's see here.
I can be quite nosy. No, I know it seems hard to believe. All my friends teach me about being a busybody.
There's one of them. Oh. Okay. I think in one of the earlier videos I said that they never put quest items in the in treasure spheres, but that is not the case. Yeah, that was clearly a quest item. I am going to backtrack here though, because now that we've got the Moogle, I think it's called Moogle Hunt, we're actually going to be able to get one of these treasures back here. And I don't want to forget about it.
Show me the gill, Kupo. Go, Mog.
Show me the gill. Show me the money. Oh, wow, a liver scope. Okay. I don't know if that was really worth coming back for right now. There's... Whatever. Meant to take a look at this gremlin. So the gremlin is a Ravager. Trigger. Oh yeah, this seems like a no-brainer. I think we got to replace that guy. Let's do okay, 2640. Okay, so it's definitely more oriented towards casting. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, and it's got attack ATB charge, so slightly recharges the ATB gauge each time an enemy is attacked. That's a really good ability. And then resist ice is kind of meh. Yeah, and the Zwerg Scandroid doesn't have any sort of passives. Let's take a look here if I've got any materials to... Okay, so I do have some potent stuff, but I don't know if I'm gonna... Okay, so I can give it Frost Strike and then Magic 10%. It's got Fear Siphon. Magic. Yeah, I mean, it seems okay, but I don't think I'm gonna put any effort into growing this thing. Definitely does seem better, though, than that Zwerg Scandroid. Yeah, that seems like that performed a lot better than Scandroid. All right, so we're gonna make our way. No, let's go this way actually. This will take us down into the tunnels.
I think there may be a cemetery somewhere in the ruins. Please tell me if you think you found it. It scares me, but I have to know.
Nah. So there's the other capsule.
They still deal with threats the same way. The government didn't learn anything from the Purge.
I think I mentioned this before, but it is a little bit annoying, and I guess I could have just ran away from these guys, but it always is a kind of annoying when one of the NPCs is speaking, you know, while a battle starts.
Sorry.
It kind of feels like, you know, the conversations can get a little disjointed, but I could have just Could have just kept running instead of starting this battle, I guess.
Good work, everyone.
So I'm actually, I'm gonna go back and complete this quest right away. Here's the captain.
Yes, the capsule's been lost. That's a load off. She count our lucky stars they didn't make it to the black market. When we misplaced the substance, it set back our testing schedule. Now it looks like we have a chance to get back in the field. Thanks to you, we've avoided a lot of backlash. This isn't much, please take it.
And there's the Unio Mystica fragment. Back into the tunnels again. So I can just run these guys off. Mana droplets. It looks like Noel has something to say here.
So, about Alyssa, you think we can trust her?
It does kind of feel like she's using us, huh? That's okay. When I was a kid, I knew a guy around the same age. We didn't get along too well. He was always trying to get me to do his share of the work. Then one day he asked me to go hunting with him. I refused and had enough of being bossed around. So he ended up heading out alone. And that was the last time I saw him. If I had just sucked it up and gone hunting with him, he might still be alive.
No.
So now I just do my best to help out. It's better than dealing with the alternative. That isn't fun.
Okay, let's do this next. There is another live trigger, I guess, event when we interact with this other gate coming up here. So let's do that, and this guy's got a high trigger threshold. These make pretty good sentinels if you're looking for a monster sentinel early on in the game. I will probably actually try to grab one of these guys. I didn't get it that time, no. Better look next time.
It's another gate. Are these all linked to different time periods?
If that's true, timelines must be pretty tangled. Alyssa, when did these portals first appear?
Well, no one can say for sure. It's like they'd always been there, and one day we finally noticed.
So they took everyone by surprise. Either that or someone's been hiding them.
What are these gates anyway?
Alright, so this is another option for like a funny response, and that's they're really useful portals.
These portal things are useful as heck. You can travel to the past or the future as easy as walking through a door.
No. I'm not sure I can tell if you're being serious or not.
Okay, well, regardless, that is true.
And all the way out here on your own, huh? You must be stronger than you look.
He's the strong one, not me.
You trust your partner. That's important.
Yeah, don't let the swimsuit deceive you. Sarah's actually totally badass.
To another reality. Does that mean there's another me somewhere in that world?
Come on,
I think about it sometimes. I mean, maybe I don't really exist, and I'm just a character in the real me's dream.
Yeah, maybe you are just a character in the real you's dream. Alright, let's see here. Rune bracelet is resist magic 15%. This actually gives her the buff duration 20%. I'm gonna do that for now. Also, what I meant to do here was change leaders. I meant to do that a while ago. Alright. Is this Pulse Work, is it champion? No, knight. I wonder if I should. No, I don't have an all Ravager setup. I might actually do that for these guys.
No one's hurt, right?
No crystal that time either. Alright, let's set that up. Alright, which one do I not need? Aggression. Probably we don't really need aggression, actually. Yeah, so we'll have a Tri-Disaster setup for a little while. Giant drop. Don't know what that is. Don't know that I really want to use that though either right now. So I don't. The Pharaoh Link is actually really good for, or yeah, good for increasing the chances of getting monster crystals. But if we're not fighting a monster that I really care about, then probably don't want to use it.
It's Atlas!
We've detected a large energy surge in the center of the ruins. Another unknown device has appeared.
Did the device appear along with Atlas? If Atlas is a weapon built by humans, they must have designed a way to stop it.
And that machine showing up is no coincidence.
Right.
Two choices. We try that new device and hope it controls Atlas. Or do it the old-fashioned way and fight him head-on. No regrets, no looking back.
Alright, let's see here. There is a funny option here, which is what does Mog think?
Hey Mog, what do you think about all this?
I like Sarah more than I like Noel. Kupo.
Ouch. You know I have feelings, right?
Yeah, well, that was a good one.
Found the capsule in the ruins. Well, I guess that rules out theft then.
Walgreens.
You got it!
You deserve a treat.
Hey, alright, got a Garchimera. Let's see what these guys are all about. Okay, so it's a Ravager. Has a chain bonus boost. Moderately boost the chain bonus gained by attacking an enemy. Okay, yeah, that seems pretty good for a passive bonus. Yeah, as opposed to ATB charge gauge. Yeah, I mean, both of those are pretty good abilities. And this one's, you know, resist fire versus the resist ice. Let's use this Tri-Disaster. Yeah, that definitely felt like that staggered him quite a bit faster. Fought a significant number of battles without using the retry. Oh, interesting. Significant? Really? That's a significant amount of battles? I feel like I've done like maybe 20. And I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, like significant? I mean, for this game, I feel like a significant number of battles without using retry is like either 500 or like maybe 1,000. Like that feels significant to me. Staggered a significant number of enemies. Yeah, same thing. Really? We've probably staggered, what, maybe 50? It's a Nectone. It's a Nectone. Ravager. With no passives. And pretty mediocre stats. Spiderweb. Deal magic damage and inflict debuffing ailment. Oh, here, let's take a look at the Gremlins. Giant Drop. Inflict magic damage on target and nearby foes. Okay. Physical damage. Kitty Clock. Physical damage. Multicast. Damage and inflict debuffing ailments. That seems okay. Sort of. Alright, none of these abilities seem too impressive. Alright, here's the Ghast Fragment. Get him chopped up here. Oh, that thing just rocked my gremlin.
I'm in trouble. Over here.
Yeah, this guy's nasty. There we go. It's a better one. Yeah, because it keeps using Fyra, so it's smoking everybody. This is a really bad... what I needed here was a sentry, a commando, and then a healer paradigm. As long as he's not using Fyra, it's looking like he'll be alright. I don't even know if I'm gonna stagger him before we kill him. We'll be close. Oh, null down. A 0 star. Yeah, too many deaths there. Probably should have like leveled up my characters a little bit before I attempted that, but a win's a win. Star pendant. Should be a live trigger in here.
Hey Noel, is Atlas used in some war that happens in the future?
Let me think. Yeah, I remember this.
Are you forgetting stuff?
My memories are unreliable. There are events I should remember, but my memory is hazy, like I'm seeing them through fog glass. But not this time. I remember this one. There was a war, hundreds of years before I was born. That's when Cocoon crashed into Pulse.
Alright, so here we've got another option for a funny response, and that's stop joking around.
Are you joking?
You'll know when I'm telling a joke. Trust me.
If we travel to the future, maybe we can stop it.
Who's to say what's possible? That could be the reason we're here in the first place.
Okay. Looks like there's only one live trigger left. That's ridiculous. Defeated an army's worth of enemies. This is crazy. Like, yeah, these achievements are set way too low. That's absurd. Yeah, I mean, we're in what, the second area of the game, and we're getting like kill achievements and stuff. I don't know. It seems odd to me. Orange newsboy cap, alright.
Could be this paradox effect has been messing with our supplies.
Weird machine. Must be it.
Where are we?
A time labyrinth, Kupo.
I think we're inside the paradox.
Oh no.
We have to figure out the labyrinth and its puzzles before we can get out. Kupo?
Alright, Temporal Rift Tile Trial. I really like these. Throughout different areas of the game, there'll be different one of these where you're solving paradoxes with these puzzles. The tiles one I really like. There's actually kind of, well, for sure one other one that I don't mind. And then there's the clocks, which are basically space aids. The Void Beyond harbors extra-dimensional spaces known as temporal rifts. To escape a temporal rift, you must unravel the mystery set forth by the crystals and resolve the presented anomaly. This particular rift features a disappearing floor. Any tile you pass over will fade into nothingness, so think carefully about the route you must take to collect all the crystals before reaching the exit portal. Alright, so this one's pretty easy. This one's pretty easy too. There we go. Stage 2. So the initial squares, you can actually just stand on them forever or indefinitely, but once you leave, like if we go one more forward, then it's timed, and they'll actually just fall underneath you if you take too long. Looks like it's this way. Up, over. There we go. Yeah, those ones are pretty easy.
The machine's working.
Let's see what it does, yeah?
Let's.
Alright. Got a fragment.
Hope this actually lets us control Atlas.
All we can do is pray. Here goes nothing.
Finally, can you hear me now? It looks like Atlas is starting to slow down a little.
Yes, this could be our chance.
All right.
Found the capsule in the room. Handled that thief in the ruins. Could be this paradox we have been messing with our supplies.
Alright, I'm actually going to do some leveling because we're about to take on Atlas, and I want to have a little bit better stats. So let's go to the Crystarium. So here's Noel, we'll do Commando there. Let's go to Sentinel here. Commando there gets you Scourge. Sentinel here. Trench. Small, large, small, large for Ravage, Element Guard, so large, and that's it for him for now. Let's go with Sarah. Starting out here with a large. Big Sentinel there, another Sentinel level there. Ravager for arrow. Sentinel, Sentinel. Ravager. Sentinel. Ravager there. Sentinel there. Ravager. Sentinel. Ravager for Fyra. Fringe Ward. And one last Sentinel, it looks like. Yeah, and we're done for her as well. Alright, well that was good. Nice and easy. Just save here one more time. And we will resume. I'll probably end up coming back after we... yeah, I think I'm going to wait until after we take out Atlas here. But I'll come back and grab the Pulsework Knight. You know, because again, he's a pretty decent sentry early on. Hopefully we can take him out without
not looking too happy.
I should say, hopefully I can take out Atlas without that Pulsework Knight. Yeah, he's definitely weakened.
Get him! Take this!
Already winding up.
How did we get here?
No! Look out!
Move!
I think I found his weak spot. Ready?
Do it!
Wait for it.
Now!
There is a reward for getting all the cinematic actions perfect. Defeated a powerful enemy with a graceful poise. Okay. Alright.
Whoa. Now what?
Paradox is dissipating. I wonder what caused the paradox effect.
This is just a theory.
I think there might be someone out there derailing history and bending the timeline. That's why Atlas and these gates are appearing out of nowhere.
Alright, so here's the last live trigger, and there isn't a funny response for this one, at least not the first time you come here. But let's just go with who would do something like that.
Who would do something like that?
I don't know. Someone who has the power to change history. And since we can use the gates, we'll have to stop it.
This ability to control monsters and use the gates. Could it be a gift from Lightning?
We'll just have to find her so you can ask her yourself. Alyssa, we took Atlas down. That place you were looking for is right in front of us.
That's great news! I'm on my way!
So just north of here is in an area that's inaccessible during this time period. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, nothing else here quite yet.
There's an epitaph. Here lie the innocent victims of chance, cast out and cast down. May their souls find the path that leads them home.
Cast out. These must be victims of the Purge.
This is it! This is the place! I thought I might be... But that's not my name.
Then whose is it?
Kobo. It's my friend's. She died here, running from the Purge. And me? I'm one of those who survived. 5 years ago, the entire town of Bodum, it was wiped out by the army. I was there, visiting my friend. Then everything went to hell. We ran and hid with the other fugitives. But just as the troops were pulling out, that's when the ceiling of our hiding place collapsed. Ever since then, I've had the same dream. I'm trapped under rubble. It's dark. I'm in pain and I can barely breathe. The next thing I know, I rise out of my body and I'm standing before this grave. And the name written on the stone, it's mine. After seeing that image so many times, I started to think that maybe I did die back then, and the life I'm living now is just an illusion.
Alyssa, you feel that way too?
Well, you seem real to me.
Real enough, I guess. Even if they all forget, I never will.
And neither will I. I can never forget. The events that scarred Alyssa were started by l'Cie. If I had never become a l'Cie, if I had never made those mistakes, then the Purge, well, it may never have happened. Lightning, is there any way to make up for the suffering we've caused? Can we ever give back what we've taken?
Okay then. I think that wraps things up for Alyssa. Now for our little quest.
Right.
Let's find an artifact and open a gate.
So,
Where should we look?
Well, now we've cleared up the paradox effect. It's possible those sneaky artifacts have come out of hiding. Let's try searching those areas we couldn't reach.
Time for some Moogle magic. Kupo!
Mog, you can help? You're a lifesaver.
Kupo Kupo!
Alright, so let's go get our live action reward here off in the corner. So that's the Chocobo figurine. That is the one for getting 4 or more funny answers. So we basically nailed it. Let's reveal this artifact here.
Nice, Mog.
Kupo Kupo?
Thank you. I'll head back after I've said my goodbyes.
Have you heard of the silver petal? It's an extremely rare plant that blooms with stunning silvery flowers. My niece has been pestering me, saying she wanted to see one for real. So, when I heard they grow in this area, I decided to go look for it. But I'd forgotten one thing. The silver petal only blooms when the weather is cold and snow is falling. Seems I've completely missed the season. I don't suppose you could find it anywhere right now. You see, that niece I mentioned is such a selfish and demanding little princess. But the pouty thing she does is just so cute. What's her favorite uncle supposed to do?
I hear that, brother. Alright, the Brush of Runes, the Brush of Runes 5. Jed wants to get his hands on the silver petal, the flower that only blooms during winter. Search in the vicinity of the paradox effect for clues on how to retrieve this item. Basically, this is resolved by visiting the other version of Brush of Runes. So we'll accept it.
Go look for one for me? Is it snowing somewhere that I don't know about? Well, I won't hold out too much hope.
Not somewhere you don't know about, snowing some when. Alright, let's get moving here. Let's see here. What do we have back here? One of these guys. Oops, yeah, I'm going the wrong way.
The reports say you handled that.
I am going to need to jump on a chocobo here eventually, but I want to grab this artifact first.
Take that! No! Looks like you lost. Go!
We did it!
Over there, Mog.
There's the reunion artifact.
Way to go, Bobblehead.
Now for the gate.
Not quite. Now for the chocobo. Alright. I guess there's a chocobo that was a little bit closer to where we need to go, but yeah, doesn't look like I really backtracked much. Yeah, so it should be, yeah. Okay, well, I don't see him in here. Okay, never mind, whatever. There's supposed to be a chocobo right in that middle area, but I didn't actually see it. So we're just gonna go right up here and then hold the B button, and the chocobo will just flop right down into here, or float. I don't know why I said flop. Oh yeah, there is one here. Oh, can't use, actually, apparently we have to dismount. Can't use the Moogle Hunt while you're on the chocobo, which is annoying. Can I get this guy out of the way? And there we go. There's the Graviton Core Beta. Those are used in a quest later on. We'll just jump back over the barrier and run up to the gate. Oh, there's an albino lobo. That's surprising. This is actually really cool, though, actually. So, the albino lobos don't appear until after you've defeated Atlas. Alright, so we'll watch and see if this crystallizes, and it didn't. Alright, so, this battle specifically is very nice because there are multiple enemies. And when you're trying to get a monster crystal and you've got multiple enemies, it's always a bit easier because you can see after you defeat one of them whether or not it crystallizes. And obviously if it does crystallize, then you're good to go. You can just finish the battle. But if it doesn't, what you can do is just restart or retry the battle and see if you can get it to crystallize, you know, the second time. This thing is messing up, Sam. Oops. Yeah, and it didn't look like that. Or it didn't look like it crystallized. Ideally, what I want to do here is try to use the Feral Link ability to finish the enemy off. And if you finish them off, that increases your chances of them, you know, crystallizing. Unfortunately, though, my Gremlin has a pretty bad Feral Link. So that it doesn't help as much as, you know, potentially others would. But, and these guys are brutal.
Have this. I'm in trouble.
If I should be using it. Yeah, I should probably be using a. Yeah, that didn't crystallize that time either. Probably should be using a Sentinel or something here because these guys are just brutal. I'll have to see if I can set up a good paradigm with the Sentinel after this. Or maybe even something with a, yeah, there we go. Something with a medic in it.
Scared yet?
Wait. Not feeling great.
Oh my god. These guys are just shredding me. It's absurd. Is that gonna screw up now? Oh man. Yeah, I lost that monster pack now. That sucks. Yeah, let's get some paradigms set up that are a little bit better for that. Cause yeah, that was really bad. Let's do let's do that. Could do... yeah, even diversity wasn't very good, because we just got wrecked. That's pretty much all I can do, though. Anyways, alright, so let's go back to the gate. Not that... I thought we actually had to leave to get those albino lobos to show up, but apparently not.
Yes, it worked. Sarah, you okay?
It's nothing. I'm fine, really. Just tired, I guess.
Right. Somehow I kind of doubt it's nothing.
We unraveled the paradox and continued on to another time, another place. But why had these gates appeared? Who had tangled the timelines, and for what purpose? We still didn't know. Why am I able to fix these temporal anomalies, bend monsters to my will? Why do I have this power at all? I'll keep traveling with Noel, knowing that we'll find you eventually. So Lightning, if you're watching, do what you can to guide us to your side. I hope we land right in the place where Lightning is waiting. Where do you think we'll end up this time? The future? The past?
I have no idea. With all this jumping back and forth, I'm not sure I know which is which anymore. But the past is what makes us who we are. Defines us as people. The future that we're aiming for, that's the thing we can change. No matter how bad things have been, without that past, I wouldn't be who I am now.
That makes sense.
So Sarah, you shouldn't feel like you're wasting your time. Even if we don't arrive in Valhalla, there's still value in every path we take.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But hey, I won't complain if we do end up there. All this running around is exhausting.
Hey, make up your mind.
Just be honest with yourself. If you are, you'll be sure to arrive in the future you want.
Sarah, forgive me. That was a past you never should have had to deal with. But now, because of your courage, the timelines have one less knot to unravel. If I could, I would thank you for what you have accomplished. But I can't. Not just yet.
Okay, so that unlocks the Yastus Massif 10AF area. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to go back into Brush of Ruins and get myself an albino lobo. Yeah, so I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that a little bit in the next video, but I'm going to end this one here. So, as always, hope the guide was helpful, and thanks for watching.